Hi everybody, this is Living Dread Girl with Locks, Knots, and Stitches, a Fiber Arts podcast, episode number 8. Thank you so much for joining me today. I live here in beautiful Rochester, New York with my son/producer Turbo Joe, 3 dogs, 4 cats, boa constrictor, and bearded dragon. You can find me on Raverlyl as SparklingWater000, Instagram as Locks_Knots_Stitches, and the best way to contact me is locksnotstitches@gmail.com. Yay! Alright, thank you so much for all the returning viewers and all the new viewers. Your love and support means the world to me. Alright, so I'll start off with some administration things right now. Still no Ravelry group for the podcast. It's a lot of work for me to put forth and actually manage, knowing that I probably won't do that well at. But Instagram is a great way to kind of see what I'm doing, the yarns, and all that fun jazz, and of course the podcast. So Instagram and email. I'm still working on trying to get the Ravelry thing down. It's just a bit fiddly for me right now. Alright, so let me start off with the branding. I have worked on that. Hopefully this will work out. And I will show you some ideas. So I might get up and get close for ya. Okay. Let me get a little bit closer. There you go. Alright, so that's one. That was the original. Alright, so I'm leaning towards this one and this one. I do like this one, but I don't know. I kind of like them all, right? Maybe I can incorporate them all. I don't know. But I really want something simple. This one was pretty cool. But then again, you know, I was thinking I should probably have the Living Dread Girl in there. So that's just a thought. So hopefully by next podcast I will finalize that. Not sit on my hair. I know I'm a mess, but yeah, don't care. So that is, yeah, I'm going to work really hard to finalize that. And then have that up and start printing some stuff out. So that'd be cool. My notes are over here. So the next thing is part of my de-stash. I want to organize. If the camera could pan down, it's just a hot mess right here. Still not that organized, as you can see, this hot mess. But sometimes we were just hot messes, so I will fully admit to that. So what you can't see needs to be organized. Some of it is much of the blanket stuff that will be gone as soon as I'm done. If you can see right here, some of this will be gone as well due to gifts, and I'll go more into that. So regardless, I do want to become more organized, and how I want to do it is, I saw a gentleman on a podcast. I will link his information right up here, as you know, with his podcast. He's brand new in Las Vegas, and he was putting his stuff in a binder. I was thinking about doing that too, and I will put another link to another podcast that she was writing all her stuff down, and I thought that was great, part of her stash organization. So even though I de-stashed, I'm still a hot mess here, and I'm still very disorganized and very disheveled, as I always am, but I'm working really hard to organize that. So I want to get the binder, put the patterns in, so they're there, not out of sight, out of mind. So they're there. I go, oh yeah, I got this. Oh yeah, I have this. So I'm not printing out the same pattern 5 times, because I may have done that. And and then have the list of yarns, because what just happened, I will show you the pattern in one of the other sections. I'm like, alright, I found this pattern, and I'm like, great, I have the yarn for that. I go over here, pull it out, get ready for the podcast. It is not the right size yarn. I looked at it and I was like, ooh, that is a DK weight, not a fingering weight yarn. So I really do need that organization. It just kind of like, oops. Like, I got it right here. No, I don't. Good thing I didn't try to gauge that out. I am a tight crocheter and knitter, but still. That it's just, it may not have worked out, and the gloves would have been too heavy. No, I really wanted specifically, I picked this pattern for a reason, so if I end up using a DK weight, it would have been slightly big and too heavy. So and I'm sorry for the glare in my glasses. I tried taking them off, but then to make sure stuff focuses, I can't see if my glasses are off, so sorry for the glare. I wish there was something I could do. I don't have any special lenses, so, but that's it. Okay, and then part of the other destashing, I believe, well, I put this a little too far out my reach. I believe I showed you I had looms, and I'll show you a few. They were like these style. They're really fun to use, but there's still yarn on this one. This one's not so bad. But a couple of these I'm definitely going to give away to a friend. I'm not really into bulky yarn. If I need to make something on bulky yarn, I'll knit it up or crochet it up in a minute. And this one, I might keep. And there's this little one that maybe I can make a 10 stitch, no. But it's still, the gauge is still oddly spaced, but this would be an 8 stitch blanket. I don't know. But so there's some circular ones too she can have. Yeah. Excuse me. Again, destashing. I need to get rid of stuff because I want other things, and I can't just pile stuff on top of stuff. That's where, you know, it can get out of hand for me, and it can get a bit too much. And then I might just get lost in my mess. I don't want that. I'm very big on destashing and decluttering just because of that reason. It's so far away, I can't get to it. And then if I try to get to it, I might get frustrated and I just may not continue with the project. So I've backed off, and I've decluttered much of my house for that reason. You know, just throwing away stuff, like, no, I haven't touched that project in a while, I'm done. So again, with the yarns, I really need to take control and just, you know, organize and destash appropriately. So I'm getting there. Totally getting there. But I think I want to get, and I'll put a picture up of the Cindwood Looms and the Kiss-Looms. They're really cool. The Kiss-Looms are the ones I really want, and they're so expensive, so that's some time to save for those. And that's mainly to make some shawls and other things. And maybe the sock loom on those too. But yeah, hopefully. Alright, so what am I drinking? It's just sparkling water. Out of a cup that I bought, but I didn't remove the sticker, just washed out. Here's the water. It's just not focusing. But it's blackberry tangerine, and all it is, it contains 0% fruit juice. It's caffeine free, obviously. It's just carbonated water and blackberry and tangerine. Natural flavors, not synthetic flavors. That's, well, now this says naturally flavored with other flavors. The ingredients just say natural flavor. Well, simply put, it's just carbonated water and a little bit of flavor. It just tastes like water, carbonated water mostly, with like a hint of something in it. It's like putting a lemon in your water, basically. So, cool. So, on to charity works. I have 2 finished objects. I'll first start, actually, let's start with this one. This is the blanket I did. No ends have been weaved in, but the blanket is done. And I will show you. I totally messed up on my pattern. As you can see, right here. It's not that bad. You can't see. But yeah, the blanket's done. And I'll put it up here. I just did a simple crochet border. I hope you're, yeah. It's just a single is it single crochet? Yeah, so it's 2 rows of single crochet. I didn't know, I can't remember. So the blanket's done. So that's going to be one warm baby. And that was done in, alright. So it was done perfect. It's not focusing on my face. It will now. So it was done in Lion Brand yarns. Get my face out the way. And it was Sussex City Tweed. It's in super bulky number 6. It calls for a 9mm crochet hook and knitting needle. 94% acrylic, 6% rayon. It was 4 ounces, 113 grams, 64 yards, and 59 meters. I think he used between 6 and 8 balls for the blanket. Don't remember. But that's all that's left, because another charity item I finished, make sure I got it right, is the dog and cat blanket, which you've probably seen on Instagram. Now this is the shell stitch blanket. It's just curling. And on this one, so it's a combination of, so the first, I just filled in the gaps, because obviously it's a shell, it's wavy, so you did triple crochet, double crochet, half double crochet on the border. Then once those were filled, I did half double crochet and then single crochet border. And once again, none of the ends are weaved in, but I'm looking through the holes to make sure it's focusing correctly. But yeah, I think it came out great. So, oh, and this one was crocheted with a 8mm crochet hook, and I crocheted the baby. No, I knitted the baby blanket with a 9mm knitting needle. I think it was a really long cord too. I didn't really need it, but it was a pretty long cord, maybe a 47-inch cord. doesn't really matter when you're knitting straight across sometimes. Sometimes it's nicer not to have the long cord, but it was nice not to lose the stitches, I tell you that. So those two are done. Yay! I have finished objects. Alright. The next set, I'll show you this one first. And this is washcloth Christmas presents. And this is just a cotton yarn. So it's amongst these cotton down here. Here, up, pull out. It's really cool white with these charcoal speckles. And the next one is another washcloth, which I did in the shell stitch. Because it's a cute lace pattern. And then I just did the double crochets around. So I think I might do one in the Viber stitch. We'll see. But I think I'm going to do these for Christmas gifts with hand soaps. Handmade soaps, hand soaps. Handmade soaps. And I'll probably use them more for, they look like they'd be really nice washcloths for yourself. So that's pretty cool. And then, so now we'll move on to whips. So as you saw in the beginning, I'm just finishing up this little last bit. And so that's a pretty cool pattern. I don't know what it's called, but I decided to go with it. It's just double crochets, then a, what's it called? A chain one, skip one, double crochets. So obviously you just do it so it keeps leaning. Wow. So it just keeps leaning. That's pretty cool. I think with this pattern though, you do want to do a chain 2 and not a chain 3 when you at the end when you start your next row and turn. Excuse me. You definitely want to do a chain 2 because you're going to get holes that look like they're part of the pattern. And I'll show you. I might have stretched them out already. Oh, like right here. See that one? So let's see if I can stitch that up. So you definitely want to do a chain 2. Unless I have a chain 3. Oh, and before I forget, this is done in a 5mm crochet hook. And unfortunately I don't know the name of this yarn. I think it was mill ends, but it's 100% cotton. Made in the USA, so some USA company had mill ends of cotton that they made into a white base with speckled charcoal. Cool, right? So this is just a 5mm crochet hook, and I do like this style, the inline. But I use this, which you put your washer that matches the size of your crochet hook, put it in the base. You put this on, there's a little notch, and there's a little hole, you put the notch in the hole, and turn, and it's more ergonomic. I like that it's more ergonomic. I don't like the color, I think it's kind of weird looking, but gets the job done. Excuse me. Alright, and I just totally forgot to tell you about this yarn for this blanket. The other gray yarn was this one that I didn't ball back up. And it's the same brand, the Lions brand, but it's Chicago Coral. And there's a little bit more of this one. It was 5 ounces, 142 grams, 81 yards, and 74 meters. So, yeah, let me just be all out of order for you. Hot mess, I tell you, hot mess. This episode was brought to you by being a hot mess. Oh, God. It's true. Alright. Was I ever organized in my other podcast? Not really. Again, I'm looking at notes. Like I'm going to write stuff down all important, like I'm at a meeting right now. I don't know why I grabbed this pen. But I did, so... We were talking about whips. So let's start with my mom's blanket. It's starting to grow a bit. Now, I don't believe this is where it's supposed to be. I think it was up further, probably about right where the white is, but you know, apparently I'm gonna lie to y'all. But anyways, I did make some progress. I'm pretty sure it's from the white up. And I took this to a craft night with friends. Yay! I love those things. And I worked on this there, so that was good. But by closer to Christmas, everything's going to be put on hold, and this is going to get done like a month and a half before Christmas. So halfway through October, I think, or towards the end of October, something like that, I'm like getting this done and working on the other blanket for my aunt, which I did not work on at all, so not going to show that. But so I think this can be moved. We're going to do it now because apparently I think it's okay not to move it. And if you hear some scratching in the background, that's my bearded dragon acting weird. I'm not sure what prompted him to go all goofy, but I'm over here and he's over there, and he just went nuts. So I don't know if he wanted it out. Maybe he wanted to be on the podcast. He's a little young, so we're gonna wait. He's doing much better with his handling, but whatever. Whatever. Goofy animals. Okay. Alright. Because I don't remember stuff, so I gotta keep looking over here. So, my next whip, is my flax light. Woohoo! Alright, so I'm at the, I'll show you where I'm at. Alright, first let's start. It's going to get a little fiddly, so forgive me. Excuse me. Oh, let me show you the gauge swatch first and explain. Excuse me. What we're working with. So, this called for a gauge of 24 stitches and 32 rounds and 4-inch stockinette. I pretty much met gauge. I did not do the gauge swatch in the round. Forget why. Oh, because I was running low on this yarn. I didn't want to kind of keep pulling those strings around. So, that was a thing. But, you know, it's pretty close. And and it called for 3.75 millimeter needles and 2.75 millimeter needles. I have those in the bamboo, but my gauge is too wonky. I just can't use them, especially with the smaller stuff. For larger items, it's fine. But for the smaller, I think under a 5, I can't use them. For whatever reason, my gauge just is a hot mess, as my episode is, or as I am. So I don't have the metal 2.75. That's the next one I need to order. But I did have a 4 millimeter. So I did the gauge swatch. And I did meet gauge. I tried to wash this and block it, but this is mill ends again, but I'm not sure if there's cotton in here, but there's definitely, it's wool, acrylic, polyester, and nylon. Probably, who knows. And clearly there's too much acrylic, they say, and it's just not going to block out. But, you know, they're like, just go for it. It's just going to be a sweater. And your sweater is going to be, have your ribbing, so that's cool. So let me start by where I'm at. So again, these are on 4 millimeter needles, and they're Susan Bates Velocity, which I love, actually. They're really nice. So I would say I can't stretch this out, but it does. It's pretty far. As you can see, it's curling up, but I messed up at one point on this. I was not knitting in the round. So, not sure what I was thinking. I'm trying to find it for you. It's pretty funny. It's right here. I was able to catch it, and I just kept going. There were a few other mistakes. Oh, I messed up on my garter stitch row because I didn't think I needed the stitch markers. Well, believe me, I put those bad boys in, the blue ones. So that's just garter between the two blues. The red ones are where you increase, do your increases. Well, I didn't think I needed it, and I started doing extra garter, so I ended up putting that in. Luckily, it was only one row, and I was able to bring it back, so it's not really noticeable. Should be looking at the camera when I do this. Then there was one other thing, but I'm not sure I can find it. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't that noticeable, but definitely some mistakes in this, so see, it fits perfectly. So, there's not much left of this. I got this much. Fine, don't focus. Because that ain't gonna make no damn sweater for my big behind. Well, lucky for me, I bought two things of mill ends. If you remember back when I made the, and I'll put the link, I'll put it down below in the show notes. I mean, I'll put everything in the show notes, but I put the link down in the show notes for the quad skate toe guard. So I have these, and these come in, is it 400 ounces? That's right. They're 400 ounces. So there's like 3 of these. So I'll hold that together. And I just started, I'm I started, what do you call it? Fading. The whole fade thing. So I got, what do you do? 5 rounds of fade. I think it is. So I got this one to this one actually fades really, really well. So I only got, I doubt you can be able to see it, but I'll give it a shot. Sorry, I was looking down, just trying to find a. So we're just fading, and then the next one will be, oops, almost dropped it. And I'll put a picture up on Instagram for you guys to see. That's going to be the fade. And I think the orange is really what's going to do it. There's a progression of orange tones in here. And I just want to point out, I don't know what I just dropped here. I just want to point out that all of these are very different textures. And this one feels more wool. I don't know, they're all different textures. These are all mill ends. So there's 3 of these, 3 of these. This one was just in someone's stash, and that's where I got the idea. But I'm going to go ahead and fade them and make my sweater out of them. Oh, it's my my gauge swatch I dropped. So yeah, that should be a fun one to do. Alright, what other whips do I have? What other whips? Oh. Not really quite a whip yet. I'm still working on the gauge swatch. Actually, I'll show you the... I did not mark off the... I don't have to. It's going to pop right up. So... it's this sack. Can't see if it's focusing. I apologize if it doesn't. But I like the way the heel is on it. It's just a cable sock and crochet. I think I want to carry... do this the correct way. My camera's right in front of the TV, so I can't see. I want to carry the cables all the way down the front. Not to the foot, to the front. If you can see the cable, there's a the cable seemed to end right when the heel starts. So I want to try that, and I'll show you. Just gonna do it in some simple yarn. I think I showed you this before, the mandala, and this was the unicorn. So there's like, this is a number 3, but it's so thin. And 590 yards, 5.3 ounces, 150 grams, 540 meters. And this is the unicorn. So, oh, can't turn my hand. Where's my face at? This is in my my fancy project bag by Great Value. And then I just took a photocopy of the pattern and just put it in there. So I didn't have to worry about the book. And I'm doing it with the 3.75 crochet. There's construction going on. So I was trying a different crochet hook style and I didn't really like it. Clearly my gauge is super loose. And I went back to my favorite style, the inline, and then I bought 3 of these actually. And I just put these on. And so, yeah, so there's a reason why we do gauge swatches. So once I finish that swatch out, I can fix my gauge, whether I need to go down to a smaller hook or not. Alright, so checking out. Alright, so I believe that is all for works in progress. They have at least worked on or going to work on. Alright. So now we'll go to stash enhancements. So, let me just make sure my paper's in here. Alright. The first thing, I ordered some needles because I bought some stuff to start a project and I didn't have a needle, so. This is from Handsome Fibers. And it's just knitting and crochet supplies, so. I don't know if you really want to see that. I'll put the link down below. Maybe I should not put my information out there. I was like, whoops. I'll put the information down below though for you. I ordered it through Walmart. Because that's a thing, because I had to order some other things, a yarn swift and yarn ball winder, and it was free shipping once I got to a certain point, and I was like, well, I need this and that. But let me show you how wonderfully packed it was. I was so surprised. So you have this one, which is obviously right. And then put some stiff paper around the 2 packages that are in smaller things, right? Isn't that crazy? That was so wonderfully packed. Actually, we'll do this one. So this one is, these are the Chow Goo. Oh. So it's a Chow Goo red lace 2.25 millimeter knitting needles, and it's a 47-inch red lace cable. So I'm really excited to use those for socks. I think it's focusing on my shirt. There we go. Sorry about that. Alright. Probably just going to do magic loop with those. Excuse me. Alright, the next thing. So these are 3.5 millimeter needles from Chow Goo. And then these are the 3.75. There we go. So, yay! So excited. And why did I think I told you, I wanted to do a project and I didn't have them. Again, I need to get more organized, but I don't know why. I didn't really know by the time I got the pattern and had purchased everything that I needed the needles. Probably should have asked, but you know, I didn't. Alright. So along with that, I went to the Black Purl. They're running a fade along. No. A contest with the mystery fade along. Mystery fade along is most likely a shawl. I really want to join a crochet whatever along, but personally I do not need the shawl, and I really need like a sweater or something. And I'll talk more about that, but so I did not enter the contest, unfortunately. But I did purchase the So Faded sweater at the Black Purl. And as always, I'll put the information below, and I will put it across the screen for you as well. Alright, so I'm going to do it by color number 1 for you. Put that, I'm going to have to reach down on you, sorry. Number 1, I'm just going to hold this up and read it to you for a minute. Okay. This is a Araucania Yarns Pasco stock. And it's the I did not read these, and they look nice together. The Guacamayo colorway. And it's 75% superwash wool, 25% polyamide, 3.52 ounces, 100 grams, 433 yards, 396 meters. So, oh, there are no dye lots. It says, wait a minute. Huh. But yes, so this is color number 1. Sorry that took so long. Did it focus? There it goes. Let me put my little thing back in. Don't want to get these mixed up. Now I gotta find color number 2. I think this is number 2. I will hold these all up together in a minute. Nope, that's color number 3. Just kidding. This is so pretty. Alright, this is color number 2. 80% superwash merino, 20%. This is color number 2. 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 400 yards, 100 grams. And this is Spun Right Round Sugar Cookie. If I could just undo this a little bit, it'd be easier. Alright. Okay. And this is the color. It has little specks of yellow and a tealish color. Really pretty. My fade, I don't know. It's just going to look different. I'm trying to set them down. Alright, the next one, same brand. And it's the color Bug Jar. I like that. didn't really look at the colors or the names as I just looked at the colors. And again, it's those specks of yellow and like a greenish. I just shoved that up in the camera's face. There you go. That's what I need to do. So, alright. That's color number 3. I think this is number 4. This is the same brand as that first yarn, so I'm just going to hold it up since I'm just going to butcher it. 75% superwash merino, 25% polyamide, and this is Taco Toucan. Alright. And then my last color I just fell in love with. It's crazy. Oh, I kind of bought within the same brand. Again, this is spun right round. So this is Strange Trip number 5. Yeah, so she numbered them for me. She told me to pick out my favorite colors, and I think the first and I forget. But anyway, so I picked them, and you know, she helped me pick the other colors, and then I'm gonna try and hold them up for you. Good Lord, help me. Hot mess. I probably have to turn it that way, but we're just going to turn it this way, you guys. So that's my fade. Just going to go from, so you can see the progression, and the bits of yellow will mix in. So I think it'd be pretty cool. Now I got to put it back in the bag the right way. Putting in this piece. Okay, so I told you I ordered a new ball winder in Swift. I will put the pictures up here. Hopefully I said that earlier. I am going to start my lace crochet shawl, and I will show you the yarn that I already have for that. Alright. I showed you these in the last podcast. Whoops, I'm supposed to put them together. So what I decided is that I'm going to crochet them, and it's going to be a flat panel rectangle shawl, and basically I'm going to knit half in this color and half in this color. If I were to stand it the long way, it'd be going up, so this half and this half. And so I think that would look really pretty. It's all going to be lace, and I thought the different tonal, and then I got 2 rolls of these, so 2 rolls each. So I think because they're obviously different yarns, I'm not going to stripe them or anything. I think it'll look pretty cool, you know, the different ways they might pull, because they're not overly, they're not like this hot mess, they're not like overly dyed. I have to get that. That was my socks from a while ago. I have to get that all back together. Yarn mess. So that's one project I'm going to get started on soon. And then what I was talking about earlier, that I thought I had a fingering weight. To knock that down. yarn. It's DK weight. I was gonna use this for my my fingerless mitts, but guess what? I can't. Moving on. Anyways, I'm eventually gonna make my Geyer shawl once I get my. I had to get a new ball winder and yarn swift, so that just didn't happen. It's on its way. But so it's a leafy fingerless gloves pattern, and I'll put the picture right here. Doesn't want to focus. I will put the picture right here. There it goes. Of what it looks like. And I haven't done anything yet because I just got, no, I didn't have the yarn. I thought I did, but. And then I need, oh, I have the needles, so those are good. I have these on here because I just bought these and I was testing them out, see how they would work, because in this pattern, I mean, I'll still put my notes in as I'm reading it, because it took me a while to figure it out. It's written left and right glove, but it's also broken up down one more time into your leaf stitch that goes on the glove, which you'll see the picture I posted. So there's left and right. So what has to happen is this is, okay, so this is the right glove. It starts here, and then as I start to knit, I then, even in round one, I go to my pattern, I do what that says, and I flip back over and go finish that row. So I'm going to use paper clips and these to kind of mark my pages as to what to turn to, because as you can see, it gets a little crazy, right? So, but as soon as I get the yarn for that, which apparently I would not have enough, and because it's a, I would need a almost solid, so I was like, well, maybe I could use this, but it's really, I don't think it's going to show off the, be a great way to de-stash. I don't know. But then I would have to mix it with other colors. I just don't think it's going to look nice. If it were just like a straight stockinette stitch, I would. So, that's not going to work out the way I want. But again, since I'm a bit disjointed today and a hot mess, let me show you the pattern I wanted to use for my shawl. And this is my crochet stitch design. I have a couple of books, but this one is just more of a reference of stitches and whatnot than anything for me. Here it is. So I wanted to do it in that design. So I thought it looked gorgeous. I think it's enough laciness wise that it'll give me my lace, but there's enough solid that it can show off the different tones in that one. So I think that'll look nice. Alright. I thought I was organized. I'm so sorry. So that's what's next. And oh, I apologize. So there's a few more things that are next. Probably in these DK weights back there, which I'm not going to pull out, but I pulled out one thing, thinking they were fingering weights, right? The first one I pulled out, a few others. I'm going to be crocheting a cardigan, I guess. And what I wanted to do was make I want to make a long sleeve and short sleeve type cardigan. I like wearing the short sleeves and the long sleeves. I like wearing tank tops under them. And that way I can kind of put different pieces together and not have a lot in my wardrobe. And I just want to have like a couple staple cardigans that I can wear all the time. That's why I'm making that sweater, the first sweater, and the sew faded sweater. Those, maybe not so much the sew faded, but they plan on, at least the other sweater, definitely I plan on being that, like, that's going to be like a piece that's going to be worn a lot. And again, I want to make another piece that's worn a lot too. I want to start with the short sleeves cardigan, which you want to do in a lace pattern as well. I want to do it like good solid strips of like single or double crochet, maybe only single, because I'm not liking the double crochet in the construction of garments. For whatever reason, I don't like it. I'm not sure, unless it's in an actual lace pattern, but just straight double crochet I do not like in most, garment construction pieces. So I plan on doing, I definitely want to do it in DK weight. That's what I've been searching for, to use up some of those yarns. So soon they're all going to be gone and I'm like, But it's good. It's good. I'm getting organized. I'm getting my stuff together finally. So the next cardigan I showed a couple episodes back, and I will find that and put the picture up right here for you. I definitely want to do that. I will buy that pattern. Again, once I get more organized, I will start purchasing my patterns and printing them out. I know they're on Ravelry when you do that, but I like the physical touch, and they have to be printed out, and I need to get that binder together, because having my stuff more organized really helps me personally. If I organize it to my needs, I'll do better. But anyway, so I will put that picture up, like I said, the second time now, of that cardigan. It was in a red color. I'm not going to do red. That I'll probably have to order yarn for now. I'll do a solid color. I really want brown. I'm not sure if I should go dark brown or light brown. So I really want brown though. And I'll probably go out and find the buttons for it though soon. That'll be cool. And then the other future thing, I got too many projects, by the way. So I had to open up my big mouth, because this girl was like, ooh, I want this dog blanket, but it's $24. Or something like that. Or dog bed. I was like, well, I can make one for you. And I had 3 balls of this mess, and she picked out this one. I had asked her between the unicorn one, which I just showed you for the socks. I bought 3 of each to try them out. It was fairly inexpensive. It's one of the acrylic yarns I do like. It's not waxy. It's wonderful. It is Lion Brand Mandala, I don't know. And so this is a Pixie. Let me just put you up a little gradient right there. And it's, 5.3 ounces, 150 grams, 590 yards, 540 meters. So, yeah. I think I will use the 3 of these and make her a dog bed. I have some stuffies, so I might as well just stuff it. Make a bed for him. It'll just be in all in either half double crochet or single crochet. So yeah. So that's what's new. So that's on to learning. Brioche ain't happening. It's not happening at all right now, but I'm gonna get there. I promise you, I'm gonna get there, brioche. I even wrote in my notes, brioche is killing me! Exclamation point. I did do that. Whatever. Whatever. I'm going to get there, ma. One way or another, I'm going to get there. But that's later on. I've been watching videos, though, and trying to see if I understand. I know there's different ways. I did watch information on it, and it goes back, I believe that's Scandinavian-ish area. It has different names, and it goes back, way back when I was just like, and now it's just finally kind of taking a life of its own, and, well, at least for the rest of the world. So, that's the thing. But the other thing, and the reason why there's so many projects, I need to make more for myself. I'm really making a lot of stuff for other people, and I just need to stop and make more for myself. Like, I have not much at all. I'm like, yeah, I crochet and knit, but I can't show you any of it, you know. I want to be wearing it and really want to enjoy it, so yeah. You know, that I'm be doing more of. Oh, and then back to the what's next segment when I was talking about the fingerless mitts. I do have to buy the yarn for that, but I believe Sweet Tea No Shade podcast, they're going to have a knit along for that, and I will put the information down below and in the across the screen and down below in the show notes for you. And that's going to be awesome. I can use that in a cow. I might do, no, I'm not going to do color work. I'm like, I want to enter in all these cows for everybody, but I can't. So, but I have yarn to enter in a few others to make, someone's doing a hat. I might use this one in a hat. I don't know. So pretty. But we'll see. Only thing is, I don't know if there's going to be a hat out there for me. Knitting wise, I know a lot of these group efforts are mostly knitting, not a lot of crocheting out there. I don't know that there's going to be a knitted hat. That's going to be for me. So I may not get to enter that. I would like to, and I would like to either possibly do color work, but I don't have a lot here. That I could do color work with. I don't think there's enough of those two, but that's later on. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so that's going on with that. Alright, and then lastly, the animals are doing absolutely great. Obviously, my Beardy wanted to come out and play. My snake is doing good. He's in his moist hide now. But yeah, everyone's doing excellent. Dogs are doing great. That's about everything. So I appreciate you bearing with me during my hot mess madness here. The construction going on and my bearded dragon acting crazy in his cage. My heart goes out to everyone, to all the storms that have happened around the world and in the U.S. My heart goes out to you, and I hope I can send as much love out as I possibly can, do whatever I can to help out. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. This is Living Dread Girl with Locks, Knots, and Stitches. Hope you have a great day. Bye.